how I got started with food was with my family back home in Costa Rica. My family does a lot of cooking. They have a business, sort of special events and weddings and that sort of thing. So of course there's the food component, and so when when my family was busy doing their own thing, I was cooking the meals for the family since a very, very young age. It's about changing your priorities, I think. I always tell people, if something needs to go, it does not have to be the cooking. That has to be a priority in the family, because it's nourishing. It's what we need to live. So just to really, really, build your priorities and choose that as one of your top ones. I think I have an understanding definitely of what women go through in terms of stress when they lead stressful lives or lives that are busy, and you're working a lot and you have to go home and then choose those healthy lifestyles, or those choices, healthy choices for yourself and your family. So I know how hard it is. It's a definite conscious effort to make those choices day to day. What motivates me, of course, is my family. First of all, I guess the community in second place, I think, that we live in, because it's a very supportive community, but it's also a very health conscious community, and there's needs for things like what I do, I guess, and I'm motivated by my love of food, I think. So that's definitely at the top of the list. My most important accomplishments are definitely having Sam, my busy 1-year-old. It's something I didn't think I was gonna do, and it just happened, and that's been amazing. If we all knew how to cook well, and I'm afraid that a lot of people don't these days know how to cook well and how to make food tasty, which is very important. I mean, as a human being, I think it's that's very important to be able to do it, and to do it in a healthy way. But just by even home cooking and learning that very special skill from a very, very early age, will help a lot of people in getting healthy.
She works every day, naturally doing this stuff at work and at home, and I'm just really proud of her. I've known her for a long time, and we've always cooked, and I just think it's her time to shine.
I'm really excited to see Mela get an opportunity to put on this great big fancy dress and get a lot of recognition for what she deserves, to be, acknowledged for what she does for her community, what she does for her family, what she does for everybody around here who gets a sense of wanting to cook, wanting to eat, wanting to partake in a healthy lifestyle. She deserves credit for that, and I think it's going to be wonderful for her to participate and get a little bit of a pat and back for what she deserves.
I'm Jennifer Murray.
And I'm Jacqueline Murray, and we nominated our mom, Bonnie Murray, to be one of the models of health for this Vashon Gala because our family has really strong connections to heart and stroke issues, and also she makes a really big point in her life to
Eat healthy, stay fit. She's the most healthy person I know.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm Jim, Bonnie's husband, and Bonnie means a lot to me, obviously, and with our 5 children, we live a very active lifestyle, and through the course of day-to-day living, there's always a big emphasis on activity and back to basics, the importance of exercise especially, and when you're dealing with a history of heart and stroke in your family, it's very important to live a very healthy lifestyle, and that she shows a lot of leadership in that particular area, so it's easy to follow her lead.
I was quite surprised when I was nominated. I didn't know how many other people had been nominated, but I was kind of surprised and very pleased. I remember I was skiing at Crab Mountain, and in the lunchroom I was checking my phone, And I saw the email, and it was just Jim and I at the table, and I let out this whoop. And the first thing I did was I texted Jennifer and Jacqueline, because they had written up the nomination and submitted it on my behalf, so that was really thrilling. And probably the second thought was, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to model a designer red dress. So that was really fun. I was pretty excited. Probably I was nominated because it's just so important to me. Pardon the pun, the issue is near and dear to my heart. I've lost great people through heart and stroke issues, and you just gotta keep it front row and center. And I intend to be around for a long time, so I just try to set examples for my families, and to be part of this endeavor as a fundraiser and as an initiative of awareness for heart and stroke issues. I was just really eager to do it. I was really happy. My biggest accomplishment, I would have to say, in the area of health is having 5 children and then getting to wear my real clothes again after that. 5 children in 6 years, and no twins. I get 5 children off to university and school. We have 4 in university and 1 in grade 11. They all still live at home. And I get them out the door, and I get myself ready, and I go to the Y, and I go as many mornings as I can to the 9 o'clock class, be it the Zumba or the other fitness classes they have there. I absolutely love it, and I just don't book anything for that 9 o'clock slot. The afternoon, I guess the phone starts ringing, and Mom, can I have a drive to here? And Mom, can I have a drive to there? And glad to do it. I've built my career around that in later years. And so I start with taking care of kids and doing errands and keeping the household going, and I start thinking about the evening meal, because that's something I'm a little particular on. Busy kids, busy schedule, but even if we have a 30-minute window where all of us can be at the table, or most of us, I try to have a family dinner, and there's no phones allowed at my table. Everything's turned off, shut off, put away, and we sit down and we talk to each other. And I find that a really healthy thing to do too. The thing that I deal with in terms of constantly staying healthy, I think, is probably time, and many of us can say that. To squeeze that hour in at the front end of the day, some days when you've got deadlines and a to-do list that's just way too long, to have the discipline to get to the gym and do that for yourself, or to ski on weekends, or in the summer biking, or whatever it is you want to do. I handle stress by doing fun things, and I would have to say one of my favorite things is ballroom dancing. It's a good activity, it's social, it's something Jim and I do together. We give each other that hour of instruction. We did dancing years ago, and then we had a bunch of kids and didn't dance much during those years, but we're back at it, and I absolutely love it. It's fun, it's good when you do a good jive or quick step. You're doing something for your heart, I must say. It's just so much fun. What motivates me to stay healthy? I've got a lot left to do on my big to-do list and on my bucket list, so I want to be around for a long time. Unfortunately, my family does have quite a bit of history with heart disease. My grandfather died of a stroke at age 44. Lost my mom and my dad, and most recently my brother. He died of a stroke very suddenly, and still miss him every day. And I just have such a connection to the cause, and I just I guess I've felt it firsthand. And if there's anything I want, it's for more progress to be made in the area of heart and stroke research.
I'm the youngest of 4 kids. She's my oldest sister. In general, she was my role model, but she also was a sick kid. So having an older sister that was sick, that still thrived, that still did sports as she got older, went to university, played sports in university, traveled, did school, became a teacher, all these things. Coming from being a sick kid really inspired me as her younger sister to do those same things. When we grew up, we knew our sister had a heart condition. We knew that she couldn't do the same things as us from what our parents said, but that didn't mean that our sister Sarah wasn't our leader and wasn't leading us in all of our games and all of the fun things we did. It didn't stop her, even though maybe the doctors might have wanted her to take it a little easier.
I always knew that she had restrictions on some of the things she could do as a child because we weren't always allowed to participate in certain activities that were kind of high impact. And Sarah always was on medications until junior high.
So Sarah now is staying at home on maternity leave and taking care of her 2-year-old son and also taking care of us, her 2 little sisters still because we all live here in St. John. So when I go over to her house to help her with her kids, generally I'm not really helping as much as she's helping me because she's feeding me a delicious healthy meal and then pretty much offering me a counseling session on whatever's happening in my life. And I think that's really important. It's really important to me. I know it's important to Jilly because we get to sit and talk to our sister and she really hears us and makes sure that we're living a healthy life.
I was there when Davy was born, so that was amazing on its own. I'll never forget the way my dad was so proud because he just was so excited to be a grandparent and he didn't really know if that was something that would be possible with Sarah. So it was a really joyous moment for the entire family.
It was a weekend that my husband is away skiing at Sugarloaf. I noticed that Sarah was kind of jumpy. And when I took her to the sitter the next morning, I had mentioned to her that I didn't know if Sarah, I thought something may be wrong with Sarah. And so I went right after school and took Sarah into the doctor. And he said to me, I think your daughter is in heart failure. And of course, I couldn't believe it and was quite upset, of course, as any mother would be. And I called my husband immediately, and we took her immediately to the St. John Hospital, where they did some routine tests and whatnot, and basically told us that there was really not much they could do here in St. John because they didn't have a pediatric cardiologist. They called in the head cardiologist at the IWK, and he came right in. They had already told us that 12 people in Canada had been diagnosed, 12 babies had been diagnosed with this, and 6 had already died. When we got home, it was quite traumatic because my husband and I kept thinking, oh my God, are we going to go into her room in the morning and she isn't going to be alive? It was very scary. The next checkup, she was doing quite well when we went to the heart clinic at the St. John Regional. She was okay. She was still alive, and we were thankful for that. And this carried on for 10, 15 years. She was on different medications. It was difficult raising a child like Sarah for many reasons. One of them, of course, being the fact that we were worried about her health all the time. And we were told that she shouldn't do sports. So we did piano and we did ballet, which wasn't too strenuous. And we tried to keep her away from the tennis court, although we let her play a little bit. And but finally at around 15, she begged Dr. Finley to play sports, and he decided at that point in her life that she could actually try it if she promised that if she got tired she would sit out. Well, she never got tired. But, you know, she played sport. She played high school rugby, she played hockey, she played anything she could get her hands on, because she was just one of those people that had a massive amount of energy for someone who had a heart condition. When Sarah got pregnant, it was a concern to all of our family because, number one, when she was at the IWK as a baby, they told her she could never have children. But with the recent activities with her cardiologist and her being told that her heart was working at 98% capacity before she got married, we were happy to know that she was strong. We didn't really think about her getting pregnant, but when she did get pregnant, of course I worried the whole time, because I know that labor and delivery, having 4 children on my own, is a rough go.
Growing up with a heart condition was very normal to me because I had it since I was pretty much born, 3 months old, so it was very normal for me to have a heart condition. So it did not seem weird, and I did not feel different about having a heart condition because it was just who I was. And it always seemed as though my family and friends just understood that about me, even though I had to, you know, sometimes have heart monitors on for 24 hours and go for testing. My sisters are my everything. They're my best friends, and I'm obviously the emotional one. I really respect them, and I actually look up to them just as much as they look up to me. This is my daughter, Sally, and I really look forward to watching her grow up and hoping to encourage her to have a very healthy, balanced lifestyle. Not only being healthy with food choices and exercise, but also a stress-free lifestyle. I would like her to be very mindful and to realize that to live life in moderation is a great thing, and to live each day at a time.
My name is Mandy Lawson, and I nominated Marlies because of her heart and passion for Zumba. You can just see that she's passionate every single class, and because of that, it inspires me to want to come and just feed off of her energy and passion that she gives for her students.
She motivated me to make my health a priority, and she also, I think, has an impact on a lot of people's lives. Her compassion, she treats everybody like an individual, and she always has an impact on people's life. She is encouraging to each and every one of us to make ourselves better.
It was just super fun. Like I knew I was working out, but it was just like the best time in the world.
Zumba is beautiful, and the best thing is Marlies. I came to Moncton 2 years ago, and I tried 5 different Zumbas before I came to her, and I adore it. She has the same energy that she gives every single time.
I nominated Marlies because she changed my life.
Marlies is A1, she's the best.
I was really surprised. I was screaming, and it was a big thing for me to be nominated because it's a recognition from my work. To change someone's life, for me, is the big thing, right? It's the big accomplishment. I think I was nominated because in some way I changed some of my participants' life. I change in the way that they have a healthier life. I'm not from here, I'm originally from Brazil, and for me it's very emotional because I changed my professional area. I was in a business area, and to come here in another country when you don't know the language, when you don't know the culture, was very hard. My participants, I tell them, they are not just participants, they are very special. They are my friends, they are my family. Every night I teach, so every night I do my best, like I'm there, you know what I mean? When I went to a Zumba class, changed my life. So I said, I can change someone's life now. I can give the best of me for them. And that's what I do every day. You can have 1 hour for yourself, just 1 hour a day. Even if you can't go out, put your TV screen and do your exercise in a trade machine, but try 1 hour, just me. Bonitas means in Portuguese very beautiful, and I call my students my bonitas, and they are my biggest motivation for sure. Every day I woke up and I said, I have to go for them, and that's it. They motivated me.